Hey there, and welcome to my channel. I'm Liz, and today I wanted to share with you how I store my spring and summer hats, how I clean them up and spruce them up. So if you're interested to see my tips, then just keep watching. All right, and real quick, ladies, I wanted to share with you my outfit of the day because I do have people ask. These are actually some really cute, flowy black summery pants that I purchased from Lulu's this year. I love the wood button detail, and they really are buttoning up the sides of the pants. So I suppose you could unbutton some if you wanted more of a bell bottom, which I haven't done or tried yet. I just wear them normal, and I find that they don't fly open or anything, and they're just really cute and unique. And so really great piece that I found. And then just a ribbed, dark green, forest green shirt that I picked up at Banana Republic. My jewelry I just picked up around town over the years. And these hoops, I think I did get them this year at Target. They're kind of a distressed gold look, which I love. So that's my outfit of the day, and let's get into the tips. This is going to be a video to show you how to care for your straw hats. That is the style that I like to wear for the spring and summer. I think it's a more relaxed fit, and the neutral color kind of goes with everything. Most of my hats are going to be pretty plain. I think this is actually my only colorful one, which sometimes I like to wear to the beach or the pool or the lake or something like that. This one is a little bit floppier. This one is more structured. And this structured hat is actually, I have a couple structured hats, but this one in particular is a new addition to my collection. And it's from Brixton. And I'm kind of always on the lookout for a hat because I do have a larger head, so I can't just like pick up a hat at, Nordstrom or TJ Maxx or like just wherever I am. I can't just pick, or Amazon. I can't just pick any hat. I need a bigger hat. And what I love about this hat, if you're in between sizes like I am, is you can size up if you like to wear it a little bit lower. And then if you want to wear it, kind of on the top of your head or something, then you can adjust it down. So this is really cool because if you lift this up, it actually has a little string and you can kind of pull this tighter, and then it has a little Velcro right there. So that's really cool. It kind of makes it a custom hat for your own head, and really then it allows you to wear it different ways. So you could wear it, well, now I tightened it, so you could wear it on the back of your head, which sometimes I like to do. Not when it's windy. When it's windy, you got to have it secured. So try stretching it a little bit, but anyway, so fun, cool piece to my collection. My first tip is storing your hats. You can't just shove them in a drawer. I feel like they're too big they take up too much shelf space if you want to store them. Usually when I get a new one, like this one is newer, I will leave it out for a little while, but then I'm like, I need that shelf. So it's got to find a home. So I've stored them different ways over the years. I've done, hanging them by a string, and then just using some office clips, depending on the size and the weight, and you can just clip them on that way. And I'll insert a picture for you there. My newest upgrade is one of those stretchy hooks I actually picked up from Amazon, and I'll show you a picture of that. But that can only hold so many because these are larger hats, but it is a good option. And then to showcase the hats, I found this really cute crocheted hat hanger, which I love. And that's a good way to kind of put your favorites out. And, when they're out too, that does kind of encourage you to wear them, which is a good thing. And then I think probably the most practical for most people, because, who can keep a ton of hats out, is going to be an under the bed storage container. So I have a few of these, and in the past I've used them for jackets and shoes and different things, but now, I cleaned all that out, found new homes for that stuff, but I still love these for my hats. As you can see, you can fit several in there, and I like that it's kind of flexible, so you can fit it under the bed. Even if your bed's a little bit low, you can kind of shove it in there because, they're all, don't put your, don't squish in your hard structured hats. Like, this one is a more hard hat, and then, this is a more floppy hat. So, you don't need more work in messing up a structured hat. But they're great if you have a lot of different styles and you're short on space. So my 3 best tips are hanging them on the wall, a crocheted or something like that. So you can do the horizontal string or hat hanger. You could do the vertical crochet thing, or an under the bed storage. And as for the under the bed storage, these are really great because, like I said, it is easy to store away out of sight, and it just zips open, all the way open. So easy access to all your hats. Okay, but my next tip is going to be cleaning the hats. Usually my tan hats, I really can't see if they're dusty. So, and this would only happen to the ones that I was hanging on the wall. And dust just happens. It gets everywhere. But I find obviously my darker colored, so you could see this one's very dusty. So it's been hanging all year and it's black, so it's going to show the most dust. And what I like to use are the makeup washcloths. These are great for so many uses. I mean, I use them to clean off my hats. So my hats just have dust too, by the way. So if you have a more worked in hat, as in, you work outside and it gets like dirty, or doing something where it would be like that, they do have the hat brushes. I don't have one of those because my hats don't get that dirty. So mine are just, if I spill something on it, or just mostly dust. So I just go through with this and dust it off. And what I would say, see, that side already looks better. These are great. So this was just, first I try to go dry and get as much as I can. See, look at the band. It's just so dusty. These are great too. So you can wet them, and they're magic erasers. They're so great. So I use these too if I get makeup on my clothes, or dust or makeup or something on my black pants. They're great for a quick touch up. So these are great to have. And I got mine in hot pink, so people in my family don't take them and use them for other things. So to clean off your hats and any that get dusty for whatever reason. These are great too for getting makeup off the inside of your hat. So what happens to me is I'll be wearing it outside in the spring and summer, and it gets hot. Usually in the spring and summer, I am wearing like a tinted moisturizer or something. I don't like to wear full makeup. I actually really don't like full makeup anyway, but it all sweats off. It will sweat off on your hat. So this is great to clean that up as well. All right, so most of the dusting I got off with a dry makeup washcloth, magic washcloth. And then if you have anything difficult, any stains or kind of want to get it a little better, just wet one segment of it and then go back over it. You can see kind of just cleans it up the rest of the way. And I would just say lightly clean any, it's just spot cleaning. But these, I can't say enough good things about these. I keep these even near my sink because, you know, if I touch my face with makeup and then I am doing something else, then I get makeup everywhere. So using this magic makeup eraser washcloth is a great way to clean up your straw hats from dust and makeup that may have gotten on them. Dust and dirt and anything else that would have gotten on it. Great option. Okay, and now for the reshaping. So I just use my normal steamer. I've had this for a long time. I'll link it below. I got it on Amazon years ago. It works great. If I am doing a few, I have to refill this, but I usually am steaming near my sink, so I'll just refill it. I think it's easier than, you know, lugging around a big system. So for me, this has worked really great. And then this is pretty portable too. So if you needed to, you know, take this with you on vacation or something, this is small enough and strong enough. You know, you just throw it in your suitcase and you can take it anywhere. All right, next we're going to get into reshaping any misshapen hats that, you know, either you ordered online and came all misshapen. I mean, this one is really bad. Or if you stored it away and it just needs a little sprucing up. You can see the brim on that one's kind of wonky. So yeah, just to spruce them up, maybe you know, left it in your car and someone stepped on it, or you threw it in the bottom of your purse at the lake, or just whatever. So this is how I spruce them up. It is very easy. So step one, you need to get a steamer. This is one that I've had for years. I love it. It's just a Conair that I got from Amazon, so I'll link that below. It does have a small water reservoir, and for me, because I do steam quite a bit, I wouldn't say a whole lot, but enough, that I actually do have to refill this. It is small, and I thought, you know, I've thought, should I get a bigger one? But no, because one, I like the water to be replaced. I think it's cleaner. I do have hard water where I live, and so I do get some buildup, but I'll just, like, you know, when it's cool, get a little washcloth and, you know, kind of scrape with my fingernails on the other side and just clean out, and that's good enough. And I'd rather not spend a whole lot, because when this does fail, I'm not going to try to fix it. I'd rather just get a new one. So, you know, instead of spending $100 and something bucks or whatever on one, I'd rather spend less. And if I have to replace it every so many years, then that's better. I believe I've had this one 5 years, maybe longer. I don't even know, actually. And it's worked just fine. So Conair from Amazon, I'll link it below. Now, if you are new to steamers, there's so many options out there, but really just a basic one works. But I usually steam in my bathroom. I just get a little door hook, which I'll try to insert a picture so you can see, and I just hang the item on there and steam it. And so this is a great thing to have. I like recycling the water, so I don't mind refilling it. And you just plug it in and turn it on. And then the little lights, you probably can't see it because I'm in the sunlight, but the little lights just turn on so you know that it's warming up. And I'm not in my bathroom right now, so I don't really want to steam my flowers and painting. But it takes not that long, a minute or so, and you'll see all the steam start coming out, and then you know it's ready to go. And there it goes. So I think the easier way to steam this would just be on a bed, but I don't think I have good light there. So basically, you don't need a whole lot of steam. You don't have to, you know, keep it on there. You kind of just go over it and get it all good and steamy. And I like to do both sides. And then really what's going to shape it is how it cools, which is how it got misshapen in the first place, right? Usually if you leave it in your car and it's hot, So it heats up, gets misshapen. I hope I'm not ruining my wood. And you just do that. And sometimes it might take a couple attempts to get it back to the shape that you want. And so that was more of a it's not a floppy hat, but a softer material. This is a straw hat, or a firmer straw hat. So this one's gonna be harder. So for this, it's kind of the same thing. It just needs the steam and the flat surface. And you're kind of just shaping it. So this one's going to take a little more time because it is a firmer straw hat. And this one came shipped to me like this. I did get it from Shein. And something to know, which I didn't know, and I actually was disappointed, is they don't take returns on hats. FYI. Luckily, they're only like under $10. So I was like, it's worth a try. I wanted a couple more. So for this, you just, and like I said, you might have to go over it a couple times. I probably should have put a towel. I would put a towel if you're using, which let me get. So steaming that on my wood cabinet was kind of freaking me out a little. So I just got a towel. Normally I would do this on my bed, but I wanted to have enough light so you could see. And so I would just leave my steamer out and kind of walk by and do this every now and then. If you have some space, it is a little bit of a labor of love. There's no way around it. That is the way that it goes. But then you don't have to get rid of, your straw hats, and they're wearable and they look good. So this is a good tip. Easy tip. Oh, and then for when they have a lot of, I guess, detail or shape, so you just steam it, and then you kind of shape it with your fingers. I also will put like a washcloth or something in there to hold the shape so that it will so I'll put a washcloth in there in the inside of the hat to hold the shape if it's, got a weird dent in it or something like that. And so this keeps popping up. As I mentioned, this one was one I got from Shein and it came pretty distorted. So I'm going to keep trying to steam this. If it doesn't work, you could always do an iron on a low heat if it's a straight brim. And you do want to store them flat. That is the other thing, because they will distort again. So for this one, you can even obviously force it the wrong way, overcorrect it to get it right. But you just spend a little time on it. So this one, I'm going to leave for a little while and then see if I can, I might have to iron it because one, it might not be the highest quality. Like I said, this one's from Shein, but it's so cute. See how it's a little darker than that one. It's different, and it's, a little different kind of straw. So I like to have different choices. It's funny because I'm sure some people are like, lady, it's 10 tan hats. But you have like your preferences. Set something, a candle, a little plant or something on the brim so that when it dries, that kind of helps it keep its shape. Once you get it in the shape and it dries that way, then it'll stay that way until you mess it up again. So another tip that I wanted to offer in cleaning is even going over and steaming like your darker colored hats, because the steam will kind of get out some things that you maybe don't see or don't notice. That even happens when I steam like black flowy pants. I mean, I probably need glasses, but I don't wear them yet. So yeah, you just go through and steam and shape, spruce up your hats. And for this type, you wouldn't want to store it flat because, you know, I like the brim to come down like this. And see, I just reshaped the sides. So this one is spruced up. It does have a bend there. So sometimes if you kind of just push it, it'll go back to its shape if it hasn't been terribly distorted. And then you kind of just store it on the end of the table, hanging off so it doesn't flatten out. You don't want the brim to flatten out. So yeah, I mean, steaming the whole thing is good to get, especially if you store these out and they're not dust protected, because I do like to store my favorite ones. They're up in my closet, but I don't wear them all winter. And I don't wear them all fall and winter. So they are dusty, I'm sure. Like this one, I'm sure is. So I just use the magic cloth, quick dust, and then go over with the steamer, and it's like brand new. So this one, I would, so again, if you get like a weird dent in the top, you can try steaming it and being gentle up there. You can shape it, just pop it out with your fingers, and then leave it when you get it to the shape that you want, and it'll dry. The outside, it really is just steaming and leaving. But you can put, you know, washcloths in the inside to hold the shape if you want, if it keeps falling. So I don't have to do this every year to all my hats, but I usually like to, especially the ones I'm going to wear. Like there's a few in there that I'm probably not going to wear this year, so I won't do them today. And then if I want to wear them, then I'll just do that. So, you know, just get out maybe your 2 or 3 favorites and get them all spruced up just to start wearing hats for the spring and summer. Because you will wear them if they're ready and looking good, for sure. You know, you don't want to do all this right before you're going to go somewhere or need it. And the hats are obviously, 1, stylish. They spruce up your outfit, but 2, great for sun protection. I'm actually really bad. I'm not a good sun protector. Or what is it? I'm not good about staying out of the sun. You will see as the weeks and months go by, I will get very, very tan. I work out in my garden a lot. I love gardening. So I get really dark. And I don't know, I think the sun's good for you. And I'm not like real light where I burn. So I don't know. I think the sun's good for you. I know. I'm not recommending it for others. Listen to your doctor, dermatologist. So for this one, I don't want to store it flat because I don't want it to flatten out. I want it to droop down. I don't want it to be weird shaped. So this one, I'm going to store a big towel under, and I'll show you how I do that. But you want to get it nice and steamy so it dries the right way. So this one you could just store on, so this one I want it to be, I don't mind it being a little floppy like that. It's actually how it's supposed to be, but this one's fine to store on the, on the bed or whatever while it dries. This one is gonna be a weird shape if I don't do something. Because see, when I put it, it's just like, it'll get weird dents. So it won't dry correctly. So in this case, I would get like a full-size towel and shove it in there. Which one? It's going to keep the shape of that top. And then I would just store it like that and let it dry. You could even, there's a little crease in here. So, like I said, it takes time. It might take a few tries, but who wants to go buy new hats? You don't want to get rid of your hat just because it has a little dent in it. Plus, all of my hats, even though they might look pretty similar to you, have different little details. And I guess they only matter to me, but they do. So like this one has different color patterns. So it has like, the tan and white, and then a brown and black band, and then a white and tan band. I don't know. Maybe I'm too particular. No one else would notice except me. But I'd be like, oh, that hat would be perfect because I could wear it with black. Because I have a couple black ones, but mostly I like tan. Obviously because, black attracts the sun, and that's just going to make your head hotter. So I do like a lighter color. And then I think I do have some with the bands that are darker, and you could change those out or cover them if they're the, glued on kind. Then just put a different color band or scarf or ribbon right over. I don't know. I like steaming. Can you tell? I'll just do it while I'm doing something. Okay. And something I actually always didn't know is you're supposed to steam your hats anyway, because the straw dries out and then it can crack. So that was something new that I didn't know. I always try to protect them. Always fun to have a cowgirl hat, by the way. These are cute at the lake and the beach or pool, anywhere. And I like, a casual straw style. So for this, and then you can just shape it. So already it's sprucing up. It just takes a little love, a little tension, however you want. I think this one's supposed to have a little bit of more. I think I got this at the fair one year, just like, the county fair. And I like it. Kind of a casual, cute style. Oh, so that noise it's making lets you know that the water's running out, so you just have to refill. Sometimes I like to be extra and wear this super big hat. I wore this one time with one of my friends on their boat. And it was fun. Hey, you know what? It kept the sun off of me because that was like over 100 degrees and that was hot. But it's one of my really big fluffy hats. So I don't wear this that much. It's a little extra for me, but every now and then I like to pull it out. So it is in my collection, and this is a cool big old floppy hat. And like I said, I I generally don't buy hats online because I have a larger head and a lot don't fit me. You know, it is what it is, fine. But, you know, that's better anyway. So definitely, if you have a larger head, there are hats out there for you. You just gotta keep your eye out for them. So this is a newer one that I got from Shein, which is a risk. I'm actually against buying hats online, but you know, on Shein, I've been on a binge for that site lately because I just found it this year, so it's new to me. But anyway, so I got two hats, and it, like I said, I'm usually against buying hats online because usually they don't fit me. This one is tight, but I want to say it was like $5. So I was like, well, let me just get these two hats because they're so cheap, and you know, if I don't like them, I'll just give them to somebody or whatever. Well, they came in really distorted. But this one shaped up nice. As you saw, we just straightened that one out, and it does fit me, but it's a little snug. And so usually when something isn't comfortable, you know, I'm not going to wear it too much, but you know, it's great to have. It's an option. And if somebody needs to borrow a hat, then I have extras. And I love how some are solar. This one's like a solar, so I guess it like keeps the bad rays out. And so yeah, these are good, comfy, stylish, keep the sun off of you options for spring and summer. And don't forget to pick up your favorite cowgirl straw hat at your local fair. Always cool and I think sassy to have one. And you know, it's not great for sun protection. This one especially, it's got like a loose open straw effect, but so cute. I mean, gosh, I don't know where you guys live, but this would be something great to wear to, you know, a barbecue or like a brewery, or you know, even lunch out somewhere outside. So cute. And then you could always get a little straw fedora. See, this one, it fits my head, but I don't know, it feels a little small. I have a non-straw, you know, kind of designer hat that I wear, that one I can wear in the spring or fall and winter. So I think now that I think about it, during the spring and summer, I do gravitate towards straw hats. So like I said, I've been collecting these for years, and you know, I love hats. They have great sun protection, and you know, can hide your roots when they're growing out in color or gray, or to hold your hair down when it's windy too. So lots of great uses for hats. So it is definitely good to have a couple in your collection. All right, and the super distorted hat came out pretty good. Probably use a couple more runs. This one was really crushed. I'll try to put a picture in if I can get a shot of it before. I should have done before and afters on these, huh? But anyway, this one fits good. The Shein, which again, I'm not recommending because it came really distorted and there's no return. So if you hate the style or it doesn't fit you, you're stuck. So if you do buy a hat from Shein, it's a gamble. So if you spend, you know, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks, whatever you want to do, then that money, it may work out, it may not. So that would be a gambling move on that part. All right, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial on how to care for your straw hats for spring and summer. If I missed anything, you have any tips or questions, leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.